Hey guys, Alex and
Ben.
here with another LongFallBoots Fuzz in context. This is the title track from our last EP, Finish the Fucking Story. So the song is called Finish the Fucking Story. It's a bit of a long one, but it's got a lot of cool tones on it. So let's get straight to it. Start of the intro, which sounds like this. So that there is it's a Boss SD1. What's the one I haven't actually pulled out? You know what a Boss SD1 looks like. It's a Boss SD1. What I've done there is I've actually turned the gain up quite high on it and then rolled the volume back on the guitar and then played quite lightly. And I kind of like the way that it's always on the edge of feedback. There's no fuzz on the bass on this track, but just so you know, I'm running that through my TC Electronics vintage compressor pedal, like I do on everything. There's a little touch of stereo chorus on it as well in the mix, but let's get to the meat of the issue here, which is of course the fuzz. Okay, so there's two fuzzes going on. On the left-hand side, we have got a Hyperion. Devi have a Hyperion, and there is the Hyperion. Yes. And on the other side, we have got an Earthquaker Devices hoof. This particular combination of the Hyperion and the hoof is one of my favourites. I think they just sound really, really good together. On the second half of that chorus, also introduce some Devi have a vintage Fuzzmaster because vintage Fuzzmaster, we got it? Yeah. Vintage Fuzzmaster, there it is, Devi have vintage Fuzzmaster, which we both love very, very much on guitar and on bass. It's here just more adding a bit of girth to the middle of the mix and also a bit of character and texture. So it's not like prominent in the mix or anything, it's just sort of sat there adding a little bit of character just to the second half of that. It adds quite a lot of low mids to the mix, which is kind of cool. We then go into the next section here. That's the hoof and Hyperion together. The sequence kind of repeats itself until we get to the chorus, and this is what's going on in the chorus. So things really layer up there. What have we got going on? Well, the hoof and the Hyperion is still going. But to the mix, I've also added a less driven sound, which is coming from, I didn't pick it out. No, I didn't. The Subdecay Supernova Drive, which is a really great sounding overdrive distortion, kind of gets fuzzy at the top end. It sounds like this in this context. So if you listen to that just soloed with the hoof and the Hyperion, it just adds a clarity to that particular riff because I wanted it to come through nice and clear. I think I also scooped out quite a lot of the mids, so it's got that sort of doomy kind of sound going on. The other thing that comes in on this chorus is some chorus, actually. Stereo pair of that, and it's actually a polychorus, electroharmonics polychorus, and it's getting driven by a Byang FZ7, which is one of I think probably our bargain of the year.
The tone fancier.
Yeah, it's a great little pedal actually, and we've got two channels of that going, just sort of pan left and right a little bit. Okay, so we're getting to the solo section. The Supernova Drive is carrying on. The tone is set the same there, but I've rolled the volume back a little bit. And then we've got a solo. That's also the Supernova Drive, but set with a lot more mid-range rather than the scooped sound that I've got on the...
Are you certain it wasn't the Boss SD1?
Now you said that. I think that was the Supernova Drive.
I think it was the SD1.
I don't think it is. Do you know what? The drummer is probably right. Do you know what? I think that is the Boss SD1. Best fucking pedal that Boss make, frankly, and the cheapest. I still use mine loads and loads and loads. I think we also tracked that, actually, as well as obviously some reverb in the mix. We also tracked that through an Electroharmonics memory toy, which is a nice little analog, dirty sounding delay. So this solo goes on. And this fuzzier solo sound comes in, and this one is a little bit convoluted, but it is...
At the start of the chain.
At the start of the chain, it is the overdrive section of the Germanium 4 Big Muff Pi. So just the overdrive section here, overdrive. And that is driving into something a little bit rare and interesting, which is this chap here, which is the K Fuzztone. Running the overdrive in front of it actually controlled this pedal a bit more. This pedal is spluttery and kind of scrambled, and that's really, really cool, but we were after a smoother tone. However, the kind of scooped and cool bottom end that this pedal gives, I really wanted on this solo. But we just needed to control a little bit more. The other thing that this particular pedal does is that it doesn't hit unity when it's turned on, which is a real pain. So after the end of that, just a little bit of LPV1 because a little bit of extra volume. Again, this is a big bargain. Love putting this at the end of change just to brighten things up a little bit. Really cool.
It was also followed up by the memory toy.
Oh yeah,
I
we
believe.
slammed some more memory toy. Electromagnetic memory toy once again on that. It sounds like this. Love the way that the upper register sound with that setup. And then we introduce a little bit of, yes, Subdecay noise box. Love this pedal, filthy, filthy boy. I don't know. Here we go. That's back to the Hoof and the Hyperion again. And just for some extra bottom end on that riff with the bends and stuff, we've also got some of the GimpFx Fat Freak. Oh yes, there he is.
Oh yes.
Love this on guitar, love this on bass. To be honest, I think we use it more on guitar than we do on bass.
We have used it on guitar a lot more. It's going to get a bass outing very soon.
Yes, it is. Just sounds brilliant on guitar though. It is strictly speaking a bass pedal, but
Stone of Heaven.
just sounds so great on guitar. Sounds like the Freak was set with the dope knob crank there, so you've got that kind of spluttering, compressed sound. Then we drop back down just to the SD1 with the volume roll back again. And what you're going to hear coming in a second is the Hyperion, the Hoof again, and then we've also got a little bit of extra sun going on in the background as well. Sound is coming from this tiny little fella here, which is the Mooer Blue Faze. It's a silicon fuzz face clone. Just needed something a bit sort of splittery and splittery. You know what I mean? Splittery sound, and sort of got a nice pokey mid range. So I went with this. Obviously, because it is a fuzz face, I would have run it with the everything turned up max, because that's the only way to run fuzz faces. Sounds like I probably rolled the volume back on the guitar a little bit. That's also the only point on this entire EP where I didn't play the baritone. That was my strat instead of the baritone. Yeah, and that is...
The VFM comes back in about
Oh,
halfway
yeah.
through that outro section as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, well, just...
And that's it. So there's a goddamn...
Check the bass sound on the...
It's just clean. It is pharmacy.
Alright.
Bass stays clean throughout the whole of the track.
Yeah, we may have changed our mind.
Yeah.
I think
So
there was collaboration.
there was quite a lot of fuzz going on already. So yeah, that is, I think, all of the pedals. So we've got some of that happening. We've got some of that happening in there.
Some of this.
Yeah.
And some of that.
That there is happening. And
Some of this.
Yep.
And then some of that.
Yes. There's quite a lot of that when it gets a bit solo-y. And
then there's some of this.
there's always some Devi ever in there.
And then there's some of that.
I think that's probably pretty much all of it.
And then
no.
this, which is
Back in the box.
back in its box. And the Supernova Drive, which is over there.
Yeah.
And the Boss, which is over there.
Anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you want to hear the actual whole song, you want to get the EP, then head over to our Bandcamp page, longfallboots.bandcamp.com.
Link below the video.
Yeah, and probably it's flashing up in the annotations right now.
Boop.
Yeah. As always, it's free to download. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the music. Hope you enjoyed the Fuzz in Context. More demos, as always, coming soon.